Hello everyone, welcome to my garden, welcome to here, welcome to my world. My name is Fulu, also known as Steward of the Earth, and as requested by some new plant lovers, stroke friends of mine, they just wanted to know like what plants to get. You know, they like plants, but they just don't know what plants to get or where to start. So I just said I would make a video for all the various people out there asking me about these things. You know, just what plants, to get as beginners, really. People who don't have maybe that much space or don't have a whole garden or whatever. I just want to start, connecting to nature. So I just have a few common plants, as some of you like to put it. A few common plants, a few, basic, even though I would never call a plant basic, a few basic plants, simple plants that every beginner plant lover or plants man, plants woman can start with, and work their way up. A few plants that we know by sight, but I'm going to tell you the names. I'm going to tell you how to care for them. Hope I do well with that. And yeah, we'll take it from there. And I think I'll probably make this more of a thing where I introduce you all to more plants, and work my way up from simple basic to more complicated plants, to edible plants, trees, all those kind of other things that I love about nature. So yeah, let's do it. And I think also, before I carry on, now that everyone has to stay at home, I think this is just the best time to maybe get planting if you can, if you have the resources around you. Plant some more things, get connected to nature, take walk. But anyway, without telling too much story, let me get started. So a plant I want to introduce that you can start with is the golden pothos, aka devil's ivy. So where is it? It's oh god, it's right up here actually. So I have one here. Oh god, the pot is heavy. So this is the pot. So golden pothos is green, heart-shaped leaf, variegated with yellow stripes, and it's a climber. So you plant it in a pot, and then it climbs and trails all the way down. So you can always hang it or put it somewhere high, and it will grow all the way like this. And it can also grow on the wall. I don't know if you can see behind me. There's some okay, no, I don't think so. There's some golden pothos that have grown really massive and have grown on the walls, and I've recently propagated them, well, cut them, or they have just fallen off, and put them in water, rooted them, and they're just magnificent, because these ones are small leaf. They have small leaves, while the other ones I've just done are big leaf. Like, let me show you, there's one I got that's a big leaf here. So this is the golden pothos as well. It's still going to get variegated. I just really love the golden pothos. It's so simple, and please don't call it common. No plant is common. Every plant is beautiful, magnificent in their own way, yeah. So this one is has much larger leaves, and unfortunately insects have been really eating this one. I don't know why, they just can't give me a break. So that's golden pothos. I got from, it grew on the wall. When it grows on the wall, it has something to climb on. Then again, gets the opportunity to grow bigger, with adequate sunlight. Also, they can do well enough under indirect sunlight or partial sunlight, indoors really, because ideally these plants, grew in the forest, and they do still grow in the forest. Well, I don't know how much forest there are left. But yes. Then they can do well under bright sunlight, but I think ideally they like partial sunlight, shaded, a bit shaded with some sunlight. Yeah, so let me not talk too much about this plant. I can talk more about this plant another time. So yeah, that was the golden pothos over here, as you can see. So another one I want to show you is a very common one that can never. The golden pothos is very resilient as well. I love resilient plants that, look at the time. Okay, plants that just do so well in a variety of conditions, and they're just really tough and hardy. So this one especially is the hardiest of the hardiest. plant. And this one is snake plant, aka mother-in-law song, aka Sansevieria. Is it Laurenti or Trifastia? Anyway, I have the Latin name in my head. So here we have a mother-in-law song. This is the one with the yellow variegation. This is it here. When you get it, just have it. You don't need to water it. All these plants, they're plants that are very drought tolerant, drought resistant, and do well in sunlight and do well with very little sunlight as well. So you can always have it indoors, in your balcony, by the windows, wherever. So yeah, this is a snake plant, mother-in-law song. Sansevieria. Let's just call it Sansevieria snake plants, really. So yeah, this is the one with the yellow variegation. I have one growing here, and one behind me as well. This is a really big one. I put it here just so you guys can see it. This is the one without the yellow variegation. I think I like that one, but I think I kind of prefer this. I just really love the shape of the Jessamine plant, and the patterns that you see on the leaf, the darker patterns that you see on the leaf. Nature is just so beautiful. Everything about it, nothing is wrong. Everything is just perfect. So that is one. Also, another type of Sansevieria is the Sansevieria Wilfin, I believe. Anyway, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So this one is also hard. All these plants, you see them around when you walk on the streets. Just keep your eyes open. So look at this. So it's a lot wider and broader than the other types, other sisters or cousins, and it's got I think it's a bit lighter. I don't know, it varies. Sometimes it's like comes in has like tints of grey or something. But yeah, this is Sansevieria Wilfin. So here, this is it. So just take a look, Sansevieria Wilfin. But yeah, so Sansevieria, I've got Sansevieria cylindrica. That one also exists, but it's not here right now. I just can't be bothered to get up and get it. So those are the Sansevierias. These are the snake plants. So now you know them. So these plants can never ever die. You can go on holiday and come back, and these plants will still be there. So I've got our favorites that we all know, aloe vera. Aloe vera is another one. It's succulent. So Sansevieria is also a succulent as well, just so you know. So succulent plants, they have their own moisture, and that is why they can go for days or weeks or months in some cases without any watering. So this is aloe vera. Excuse me if I cannot tell you the exact variety, but yeah, this is the one that grows really large. I'm not sure if it's barbadensis or aloe vera something, I don't know, but anyway, this is aloe vera. Also edible, you can eat it, you can drink it. What else about it? And it's just beautiful. It's also like got some kind of variegation. I think as it grows bigger, the variegation disappears. No more white, it's just going to be plain green. And correct me if I'm wrong. And it started having little babies. So anytime you go to someone's house or you're walking by the street and you see any aloe vera and you see any babies, just take the little babies out and then put them in your own pots with your own soil, and there you go, you have your own aloe vera. You don't need to buy from any other plant nurseries. I mean, you can buy from me, like I sell plants. You don't need to buy every time. Yeah, so you can always be resourceful with these. I do it every time, but I'm not telling anyone to steal plants, to go out to steal plants. I don't encourage that. Yeah. So yeah, that's aloe vera. That's a smaller one. I think I have a bigger one here. Ooh, be careful. Yes, this is a bigger one. This is a bigger one. It's going in all sorts of directions. Lovely gesture, lovely shape, lovely pattern. Look, beautiful. So that's aloe vera. You can always cut this is really heavy. The leaf and use it, for your edges. Use it for your skin. Use it for so many things, I think I might drink some aloe vera this week. Another one we have here, I wanted to introduce you to Dumpcane. Different back here, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but let's call it Dumpcane just to be safe. Here we have Dumpcane. So this is the I don't like to use the word basic for plants, because plants are just spectacular in their own way. But yeah, this is the one most of us have seen, I believe. Uh, the green one with the white flecks, as you can see, and this one is pretty tall. I'm not going to show you the bottom because it's messy there. So yeah, this is it, and you can always even cut it and then put it in soil, and you get a new plant, and then the bottom has to grow new leaf again. So that's another one that is very drought. I mean, the soil as I'm touching it here is quite dry, so you can do well, you know, under, you know, very critical conditions, like no water, no sunlight. I mean, it does like sunlight, I believe so. But this is one resilient plant, and a plant that it will be super easy for you and very beautiful. It will look very beautiful in your space. I've actually seen this plant in the forest before, and I was like, wow, you know, I've never seen this before. It was beautiful. So that is the dumb cane. I have another type of dumb cane here. This one is a lot lighter and a lot more variegated. Very, very light green, beautiful. And then it's got all the green there as well. So this is another plant that will be really easy for you to take care of, and you don't have to fuss much about. And of course, I have all these plants available, so if you would like any of these plants, you know, just hit me up, let me know. Another type of dumb cane is a really, really spectacular, unique, I think I use the word spectacular a lot. I'm trying to do this video before the sun goes down. The sun is really going down right now. I'm really losing the sun. So it is another one. It has very interesting variegation. Very artistic, isn't it? Very painterly. Another type. So this one is much smaller, but has really big leaves, and I think it's thicker. So yeah, it's another plant that you don't need to fuss too much about. Another plant you can get. Basically, get dumb cane. Dumb canes are good and they're beautiful, and they come in all different forms and variegations and, like, you know, colors, mostly like green, but different shades of green, as you can see. You know, this one looks like you know, marble floor. Look, beautiful, beautiful. Like, just have a look, wonderful. So there we have it, and I don't want to talk too much. I've already talked too much, but one plant I just want to sneak in quickly is the mother of millions. It's another succulent. It belongs to the I need to get my facts right. The Kalanchoe family. There's the Bryophyllum pinnatum. That's another plant that this plant is related to. So if also, I will not tell you everything about plants. I mean, because there's so much to talk about plants. So you also need to go online and do your research. I can only tell you, you know, the basic things and how much words I can actually get on camera, or else I'll just be here for the longest time. So this is the mother of millions. Look how tall it's growing. This plant also grows like weed and spreads like mad. I've got children, babies of this plant all over. So as you can see, it already starts to have like look at the edges of the leaves. It already starts to have like small babies at the edges, and then it falls to the ground, and that begins a whole new, you know, life. Wonderful, amazing. So, you know, just look at the form. Look at how all the leaves come out and spread out. You know, it's amazing. You know, nature is amazing. God is amazing. And then here's another like branch that's like curled over and fallen. But yeah, this is beautiful, isn't it? And this plant's like very drought tolerant. Like, you don't even need to give the plant anything, and it can grow anywhere on any goddamn thing, you know. So anyway, yes, so end the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and just stay tuned and be on the lookout for me with more plant videos, talking about more plants, introducing you to more plants, and just helping us to, you know, appreciate plants more and just talk about nature and the things of nature, really. And gardening, you know, I'll be doing some, you know, gardening videos. So yeah. So hello everyone. In my video I just made, which was yesterday, and now we're in today, I forgot to mention, like, I got excited and I forgot to mention how much watering, you know, how often you should water it. So for most of the plants, like, if you want your plants to look good and healthy and be happy, For most of them, like the golden pothos, the dumb cane. What else? Yeah, the golden pothos and the dumb cane. Ideally, should water it maybe like, depending on where you place it as well, and how much exposure to the sun it gets. But you should water it maybe every other day or every 2 days. Always put your hand in the soil to check moisture levels. If it feels moist to you, then plant it okay. If it's very dry, you can then water it, and they'll be fine. So they can be fine even when the sun is really dry, and then you can water it. As for the Sansevieria, the snake plant stroke mother-in-law's tongue, and the aloe vera, uh, like you can leave them till like, you can water them like every 1 week, every 2 weeks, depending on how things are. Again, put your hand in the soil to check moisture levels. So it's all it'll become a personal thing. So one thing doesn't necessarily, even though there are general, guidelines or rules. One thing doesn't always apply because everyone's conditions might slightly vary. So yeah, snake plant and the aloe vera, will come water every 2 weeks and they'll do fine. And always feed your plants. Maybe feed them like every month. Yeah, depends.